Good day, everyone. Today, I'm going to discuss about mathematics of finance, all about simple interest. For our intended learning outcomes, first, explain the fundamental concepts of borrowing, lending, interest, principal, and rate of interest in financial transactions. Second, compute simple interest using both ordinary and exact methods, applying actual and approximate time periods. And third, apply the Bunker's rule to solve interest problems when the type of interest is not specified. So every day, thousands of borrowing and lending transactions occur. These transactions amount to hundreds of millions of pesos. Borrowing and lending are two sides of the same coin. So why it matters? It is central to personal finance and the economy. Everyone should understand how interest is computed, and it helps in making informed financial decisions. So these are the key concepts about simple interest. So what is interest? It is a fee charged for using borrowed money. So there are two viewpoints of interest. For the lender, it is an additional income. But for the borrower, that is an additional payment. So principal amount is the original amount borrowed or invested. The rate of interest is the percentage charged on the principal over a specific time period. So what is simple interest? So the interest calculated only on the original principal. It is paid at the end of the loan period. So for the formula for the simple interest is I is equal to P multiplied by R and multiplied to T, where I is the interest, capital P is the principal, and small r is the annual interest rate, small t is the time in years, and F is the maturity value, or we may say the future amount. So the formula again is I is equal to P or T. But if you want to solve for P, then that is equal to I divided by the product of R and T. Since the future amount is equal to the principal amount or the present value plus the interest, so F is equal to P plus I. So we can also say that F is equal to P times 1 plus RT. So how are we going to determine the time period? First, we must know the loan date. And this is the first day of the loan. The due date is the last day of the loan. And we have to count the days month by month. The steps to calculate loan duration. First, subtract the loan date from total days in the first month. Second, count full days in each intermediate month. Third, add days from the final month up to the due date. And fourth, total all days to get the loan duration, meaning we have to add the days. So what is the difference between the approximate and the actual time? Approximate assumes 30 days per month. Actual uses the real number of days in each month. So for the approximate, let's say for example, for the month of February, even if it only has 28 days, but using approximate time, we will count that as 30 days. So again, in each month for the approximate, there are 30 days. So let's have an example. Find the actual time and approximate time from March 3, 2017 to September 10, 2017. So from March, to compute for the actual days, we have, in March, we have 31 days, then minus 3, because it starts with March 3, so then that will give us 28. So for the actual days, we have 28 for the March. Then for the approximate, we have 30, because in approximate, we will use 30 days minus 3. So that will give us 27. Now, for April, that will be full month, and we have 30 days in April. In May, there are 31 days in actual, but for approximate, again, it's 30. For June, we have 30. Same with approximate days, 30. For July, actual days, 31. For approximate days, 30. For August, actual days, 31. For approximate, 30. Then we have September, we have from 1 to 10. So for the actual days, we have 10 days. And for the approximate days, we have 10 days. Now, if we're going to add the actual days, that will give us 191 days. And for the approximate days, that will give us 187 days. Second example, find the actual and approximate time from November 18, 2015 to May 9, 2016. So it starts in November 18. So for the actual days, that would be 30 minus 18, because November has 30 days, or up to November 30 only. So 30 minus 18, that will be equal to 12. So for the approximate day, it's also 12. December, we have full month, so that will be 31 for the actual, 30 for approximate. January, we have full month, so that would be 31, and approximate days, 30. Now for the February, since that is in a leap year, so for the actual days, we have 29. For the approximate days, again, we have to use 30. For March, we have 31 for actual, 30 for approximate. For April, we have 30 for actual, and 30 for approximate. Then for May, since it lasts up to May 9, so we have from 1 to 9 actual, and approximate days, we have 9. So if we're going to add for the actual days, that will give us 173 days. And for the approximate days, the summation is 171 days. Okay, so let's have a recap. Exact versus ordinary interest. For the exact interest, the time factor denominator is 365 days per year. And description is uses the actual calendar year, common in government and legal computations. For the ordinary interest, 360 days per year, used by banks and most institutions, yields slightly higher interest. So important notes for solving interest problems. Default rule. If the problem doesn't specify the type of interest, use Banker's rule. That is, ordinary interest with actual time. The rate conversion. Always convert the interest rate to decimal or fraction before substituting into the formulas. Example, 7.3%, that is equivalent to 0.073. The time period, time must be expressed in years, calculated as actual time, number of days, divided by 365. Ordinary time, the number of days, divided by 360. So let's have an example. Find the interest on 28,700 at 7.3% from March 14, 2017 to August 16, 2017 using the following. Letter A, ordinary interest using actual time. Letter B, ordinary interest using approximate time. Letter C, exact interest using actual time. And letter D, exact interest using approximate time. So the given are the principal value, which is 28,700, the rate 7.3% or equivalent to 0.073, the loan period from March 14, 2017 to August 16, 2017. First step is to compute for the actual and approximate time. Since we know the start and end, so let us now compute. For March, we have 31 minus 14, and that will be equal to 17 for the actual days. For the approximate days, 30 minus 14, and that will give us 16. For the month of April, after July is full month. Now for the actual days, we have 30 for April, 31 for May, 30 for June, 31 for July, and 16 for August. Now, for the approximate, again, we have 16. Then, from April to July, we will use 30. And then August is 16. Adding all for the actual days, that will give us 155 days. And for the approximate days, that will give us 152 days. So let us now apply the simple interest formulas. Again, for the ordinary interest, we have to use 360 days per year. For the exact interest, we have to use 365 days per year. The formula again is I is equal to P or times the T, where T is the number of days and base is 360 for ordinary and 365 for exact. Okay, so for letter A, we are asked to determine for the ordinary interest using actual time. So it means 155 days actual time, but since this is ordinary, we have to use 360-day year. So the interest is equal to P times R times T divided by 360. So the value of our P is 28,700 times 0.073 times 155 actual time divided by 360 ordinary. So that will give us the interest of 893.16. Second, ordinary interest using approximate time. Now for the approximate time, we have 152 days. Again, since this is ordinary, we have to divide this by 360. So the interest is 28,700 times 0.073 times 152 divided by 360. So the interest is approximately equal to 875.96. For letter C, the exact interest using actual time. Now, for the actual time, we have 155 days. And since exact, our base is 365. So the interest is 28,700 times 0.073 times 155 divided by 365, and that will give us approximately equal to 889.86. Now, for the exact interest, using approximate time, so approximate time, we have 152 days. And then, for exact, again, we have to use 365 as the base. So, the interest is 28,700 times 0.073 times 152 divided by 365. And that will give us approximately equal to 872.31.